What is up, y'all? It's your girl, brand new, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back with old nasty, honey, Married to Medicine recap. We are going to catch up with the show, honey. Last week episode, it really wasn't much to it. Okay, they went up to the Blue Ridge Mountains. The same place, was it? The same place that the women of Real Housewives of Atlanta went to? Yeah, so, Miss Gomez is back. Oh yeah, Karen and Anila, honey, they is happy that she is back. I don't think she ever really went anywhere. She didn't go nowhere. Don't bring your mother back up in there, Anila. Okay? Don't bring your mother back up in there. Contessa won her competition. She looked nice. She did good. Scott and the kids was out in the audience supporting her. Where was the Married to Medicine women at? They wasn't really there to support her. I didn't really see anybody. I was like, ooh, child, that's kind of shady. Child, AUDRA and her husband, they up at the Blue Ridge too, and they wore their damn champion jogging suits, honey. I was just cracking up. Anyways, congratulations is in order. AUDRA is having a baby, and I didn't know that she already has a son. I was like, okay, that's cute. That is cute. We also see Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie pull TOYA to the side because they kind of felt like when she got up at the Blue Ridge Mountains, honey, she had some stank-a-dank energy. So, yeah, they put her to the side and said, girl, don't come up in here with all of that. Now, what is going on, guys, with Quad and TOYA? They are really at each other's throats. I don't really understand why. They played the clips of this recent episode and basically just said they always threw daggers at each other on each season they was on, but it didn't got really bad because I think Quad is really trying to accuse TOYA of breaking into ANILA'S house. Like, she is really trying to plant that seed. And I'm not gonna lie, from some of the stuff that TOYA was saying on some of the other episodes, okay, before these last two, you know, I'm like, TOYA, did you send one of the homies from Detroit to take care of Anila? You know, I was kind of thinking that, but now I done seen these last two episodes. I'm like, TOYA didn't have nothing to do with that. Okay. Eugene is making lasagna for everybody. I was like, oh, honey, Miss Robinson, no, she loved her some Eugene. I love a man that could cook. A couple of my exes, honey, they used to cook for Miss Robinson. Bacon, eggs, pancakes, fried chicken. One of my ex-boyfriends catered a party for my mother, and they loved his fried fish and spaghetti, honey. Okay, he laid it out. So, you know, that's what Eugene was serving, honey, for Miss Robinson. You know, he is the cook of the house. But it's a damn shame all them damn women is there, and on this most recent episode where nobody washed the damn dishes. Okay, Eugene was like, I feel like y'all taking advantage of me. But you just can't volunteer, Eugene, to do everything. So maybe you cook and then assign one of them heifers the dishes. Okay, that's what I would do, Eugene. But Eugene is a very useful man. TOYA, girl, you so lucky. You is a lucky ass woman, because everybody knows the best men are the chefs. The men that can work on your car and fix it. Oh, yeah. I just love me a man that's good with his hands, honey. And good with his hands in other ways. Uh-huh. I love that Heavenly apologized to TOYA and told her, you know, she was really stressed out when she cussed her out and, you know, told her ass to climb a tree. That shit was funny. But, you know, she said her mother had just passed and, you know, she's going through a lot. And TOYA was receptive to that and said that, you know, I get it, Heavenly. Your mother passed and, you know, you was just in a really bad space. So I love that they worked out there stuff, but it just feel like on this show, and you know, it could just be Miss Robinson, honey. It seemed like they work it out and then they get right back into it. Okay, and then they, you know, they gonna end up working it out again, going to church, and then at the reunion they ask to be right back into it. So, honey, I don't know with these ladies, okay? Anila ends up breaking down to all the ladies when her and Karen arrives and lets them know she had to leave her house for a couple of weeks. I don't know what it is, you guys, about Anila. I can't get a read on her. I be thinking she's all good with Quad. On this most recent episode, she's all good with Toya, you know, and I know you can be friends with both people, but girl, I don't know. Anila is kind of looking like one of them friends where, you know, she's cool with you, but it depends on wherever the wind blow. The wind blow over here, she over here with this person, then over here with that person. And it seemed like her and Toya was cool when she got on the show. But I always felt she didn't really like Toya like that because they broke up really quickly. And then Toya don't know how to really be a friend to folks. She don't, okay? And then Anila, I'm not buying this whole thing of, well, Zaina asked me, could she ride with me to Quad's party, because Quad invited her too, and I knew nothing about the rumor. But Anila, when you was at that party, at Quad's party, you was talking all types of shit to Toya. Okay, you was talking like you was coherent and you knew what the hell you was talking about when you was accusing her of messing up the neighborhood or messing with somebody, you know. So girl, I don't know, you guys, I'm not buying this whole innocent act from Anila. Like, I don't trust her, okay? After Anila was robbed, she went to her mother's house. Wouldn't you want to go to a peaceful place? Like, that's your mother. Like, she's aggravating and annoying and you just put her ass out. Like, child, shit, I would have checked into a hotel before I went to my mama house. Toya ends up telling Anila that she feel real bad that her family was robbed. But Anila poses a question to the group. I just wonder, do any of you guys feel that this was a setup? Do any of you all think that this was a setup? Okay, at first it kind of looked, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of looked like that. It did. But now that it's playing out a little bit more, I don't think Toya had anything to do with it. Toya said she had nothing to do with it. Eugene confronted Karen when they was down to the bowling alley and told him, I don't appreciate anybody accusing me or my wife of setting them up to be robbed. We would never do those type of things. We have never demonstrated behavior to show that we are capable of doing some shit like that. So, child, that damn Toya told Anila, girl, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what you would do because I don't know you. When Anila asked, was this a setup? Okay, because some of the girls feel like Anila probably set all this shit up. I don't think Toya robbed her or Eugene. I don't think Anila would put her family through this. It's really stupid on both sides. So, child, y'all need to move on. Was anybody else confused by Anila agreeing to take a polygraph test? If you know you didn't do shit, why you doing all of that? Okay? Like, Anila, no ma'am. And then Quad talking about she gonna take one too. I love that little cape Quad had on, honey. That mug was bad, honey, okay? Quad says go ahead and hook up Toya first to take the polygraph. I don't think Toya needs to take a damn test. I think all of y'all is being ridiculous, redundant. I think it's just stupid. Okay, Toya said I ain't taking shit. And I'm with Toya. It's just y'all going too far. Quad, I like you. I really do. But I feel like whatever you and Toya got going on, you taking it too far. Okay? Like, girl, you need to stop. Okay? Now, Jackie gets the girls in line, honey, when they was at that table and says that she feel like they are breaking all the rules and they are not allowing Anila to speak, to get her story out. I'm sorry, Jackie. The more Anila talks, the more Miss Rapison, honey, is getting confused. Anila get to talking to Toya saying, Toya, I don't know what happened to our friendship. Anila, you full of shit. Because when Zaina was around, your ass couldn't stand Toya. You was 10 toes down with Zaina and Quad. And, now I don't know, you guys. Anila is just a flip-flop, a flippity-flop, okay? Toya even notices that Anila is from like another planet. She's just like, girl, you have accused me of messing around on my husband. You brought the girl to the party, okay, that was spreading this rumor about me sleeping around on my husband. That could cause my marriage to come to an end. If you trying to be friends with me, girl, you barking up the wrong tree. And honey, I'm with Miss Toya, okay? Like, Anila, I just don't understand you, okay? I just don't. I'm not buying your Miss Gomez storyline. Your mama half crazy as hell. You don't better not have her back on the damn show. She nuttier than a fruitcake. You don't like your damn kids. I think you like showing them off, but you don't want to deal with them damn kids. Like, goddamn, shit, they didn't ask to be here. Okay, you can't cook worth shit. Can't even make hot chocolate. Shammy can make hot chocolate, Anila. So, girl, like, I just don't understand, you guys, why she's on this show. Okay, and I am not Mariah's biggest fan at all because I can't stand her. But I would rather deal with Mariah, goddammit. At least we know Mariah is coming with some shit. I just don't know what purpose Anila is serving. Okay? And then I heard that Bravo embraces Anila and her Indian heritage. And is Mariah and Aiden Muslim, you guys? I heard that Bravo was giving them a hard time. And, Mariah is married to Aiden. Was he Indian or Mexican, you guys? I forgot what he was. But y'all know that Mariah was, doing a lot of stuff within Aiden's heritage and, participating in that type of stuff, wearing different stuff on her head, honey, and Bravo wasn't having that. That's what I heard, okay? And that's kind of what I believe. It's like I don't know. I don't understand why Mariah was replaced with Anila, okay? And the girls didn't really like Mariah like that. I mean, I get it. I understood it at the time. They didn't like her. And I noticed when you on these shows and don't nobody like you, ain't nobody go film with you. But why we got a girl on here that's causing all this type of confusion? Okay, Jesus, fix it. Somebody fix it. We got Scott and Contessa. They finally arrived. And I told y'all I do not see it for Scott or Contessa. I do not like Contessa at all. She's so phony and fake. I saw in the previews where they got to talking to her about her issues with Heavenly. And it's like, I'm so fucking over it. Stop using Heavenly for a storyline, okay? Stop talking about my husband. Girl, you stop talking about that man, okay? So, honey, Jackie sits all the girls down and says, honey, we is not having no fun tonight until the air is clear with you heifers. Okay, y'all gotta play nice. Okay, y'all know Jackie don't play. Toya said, even in church, you do praise and worship first. I know that's right, girl. I'm loving you guys' Quad's confessional look. I said, Quad, you better get him, bitch. Looking all good. Quad's wig is laid. Quad has come a long way. She really has. This is the best, you guys, I've ever seen Quad. Okay? Toya was looking good too in her confessionals. I loved her hair. So Toya starts in on AUDRA, and she just felt like AUDRA put her in a position in which she had to defend herself. And I'm team Toya when it comes to this. Yes, Toya was saying some shady things to AUDRA about her clothes, but I just didn't feel like AUDRA's response was warranted. She was like chest bumping Toya, and you know, Toya had to mush her, and then after that, AUDRA had swung on and then you had already exposed her and how she got all these liens on properties and all this stuff. It was just a lot. And at first, I was praising AUDRA for getting Toya's ass together, because I felt like she did, but now you getting violent with it too. And the way I'm set up, you guys, on these shows is I just feel like you read with your mouth, okay? You don't need to be hitting people and getting so mad you ready to kill them. I think all of that took Toya by surprise. She ended up crying, having flashbacks of the time her and Mariah was fighting and stuff by the pool. They showed her just punching Mariah, honey, all upside the head. Okay, oops, upside your head. Okay, so she, was having a moment. She started crying. I love it when Toya is vulnerable. She's so beautiful to me, you guys, when she's vulnerable and transparent and honest. And AUDRA was receptive to Toya's, situation with Mariah. Toya also felt like she had just got married, just had her first son, and a lot of people was judging her like, well, dang, why did Eugene marry her? And she just overall was embarrassed and felt like that fight with Mariah was just a bad look. So I'm just happy her and AUDRA worked out their issues, because I thought that AUDRA would still be defensive, but she was just really understanding of Toya's story. And I was like, okay, AUDRA, maybe I'm interested in liking you again, because, honey, before I didn't see it for you. I just thought you was an old ghetto Power Ranger, honey. Okay, Miss Robinson can't be fooling with y'all. Not no ghetto Power Rangers. All the guys are playing pool. It looked like Cecil got his ass beat by AUDRA's husband, honey. Cecil is so cute to me, you guys. So Jackie wanted Contessa and Heavenly to squash their issues. There's no issues. Contessa is the problem. She is using Heavenly for a storyline. That is pretty much what's going on. But Contessa said, I'm exhausted. I've been working all day, and, I need to unwind first before we do all of that. I think when Scott had got there, he just got him a plate of some food, honey, and went on to sleep, honey. He was tired. So, yeah, they didn't work out their issues that night. The next morning, we see Contessa. She's working out. We see Cecil cooking breakfast for everybody. Toya, Eugene, and AUDRA and her husband, they all, spoke outside, and, they're being friendly after Toya and AUDRA have made up. I thought that was cute. Jackie set it up, honey, so that all the guys would go out bowling. No strip clubs, okay? Because that's all these fools be wanting to do, is go to strip clubs. We see Toya and Anila talking, and AUDRA is around too. I think they're in the kitchen. And Anila says she's sad because this is what her and Toya used to do. And they showed a clip of them by the pool having their drinks. And, Anila is looking really sad that her and Toya is not cool anymore. I'm like, Anila, you just don't seem like you like Toya like that. When you get on Heavenly's show, you be dogging Toya, throwing her under the bus. Now all of a sudden you want to be best friends with her again. I thought she was over there with Quad. I just don't know, you guys, how to look at Anila. Anila gets to telling Toya that she was set up. That's why Zaina came with her. Quad invited the Zaina girl. So Quad is pushing these lie detector tests. Quad is also pushing this narrative that it was maybe Toya that set Anila up. Now it's Quad that invited Zaina, who was the one that was saying that Toya was having an affair on her husband. You must really hate Toya, Quad. And Toya, you've said your little shady stuff about Quad, but I kind of am feeling like Quad is the one taking this way too far, and I don't know why. Could anybody explain? Okay, because it don't make no sense. Oh, and then speaking of really quick, Aiden, he's Mariah's husband. He's Bangladeshi. I forgot, you guys. I think that's what he is. So I think I said that he was Indian, or honey, I don't know what that man is, but I think that's what it is. Toya says this is a typical Quad move because she perpetuates rumors and gets things started. And it's just, it looks so messy, Quad. We see the guys at the bowling alley. They began talking about how all the ladies was outside throwing snowballs at each other earlier. I was really happy to see all of this, you guys, that these people are moving on from things and they're being cordial. And while they're on vacation, everybody's having a good time. So that's cool. Kieran says that he doesn't have an issue with the women because he really don't care when they are discussing things amongst themselves, but he has a problem with the women when they accuse him and his wife of setting themselves up to be robbed and, making, everything, this big deal as it pertains to them being robbed. I think that is a low blow. I didn't really like all that stuff Contessa was saying at the table, and but on the other side of it, Anila, girl, like, you need to calm down. Okay, you definitely need to calm down. You acting like a Karen, and oh my God, and somebody set me up, and I don't think anybody set you up. Now, I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was kind of looking at Toya from some of the shit she was saying, honey. Okay, that's how it was edited. It looked a certain way, but now, that more is coming out. I don't think anybody, set you up, to be robbed. It's an unfortunate incident. It happened to Marlo, Mariah Carey, a few others. So, I guess everybody just has to be, more careful in Atlanta. So Eugene confronts Karen. Okay. I done already talked about what he said to him. He's pissed off that him and Toya is being accused of breaking into their home or setting other people up to break into their home. We got Toya knocking over dishes and shit. Okay, Toya said, honey, if we was at a hotel, this wouldn't have never happened. They are setting things up to have like these massage tables out, and the ladies are getting ready to be pretty and get pampered, honey. Okay. We see Contessa, who I feel is a bisexual. I think Contessa is definitely bisexual. Just from how she was acting when Toya and Jackie was rubbing all on her feet, and Scott walked in, and Scott got to talking about how Contessa's feet is, like that's her spot, like that's what she like. I was like, oh shit. And Jackie looked like she was really happy, honey, to be rubbing all on Contessa's feet. I said, ooh, child, the men was turned on, honey, when they walked back in to see the women, honey, okay? They was like, oh, shit, what's going on up in here? Okay, is the girls lesbians today or what? Oh, Dr. Damon, honey, he arrived. I thought it was funny earlier when Heavenly was on the phone with her daughter, Alora, and she's like, should I call your dad? He's in a class. Alora was like, leave that man alone. They are so funny. And Alora, I was following her on Instagram. She is a beautiful girl, now a woman. Can we believe that, you guys? That little girl grew up quick. Quad is a little weird because her and Jackie's husband, Curtis, they had a little joke on camera. And I get that Curtis cheated, right? And I think he was like getting on Quad about she's under this foil, her and Heavenly. And she was like, man, it is hot in here. And I would say I'm going to take off all my clothes, but hell, they already off. And, you know, so her and Curtis, they are laughing. I didn't like what Quad said in her confessional. I'm okay, brother. You just get back over there with Jackie. Girl, y'all ain't got to keep reminding us that the man cheated. Jackie took his ass back. She's happy. I just kind of felt like that was unnecessary, you guys. Okay, like have a joke with the man on camera and, you know, in your confessional be the same way is what I'm saying. To me, Quad kind of switched up. I didn't like that. Cecil get to joking around, honey, about Quad and Heavenly getting baked, honey. Okay, they was under that foil. Okay. Scott says that Contessa looked like Sierra. I don't see it. I don't see it. The daughter they was talking to said, who's Sierra? I'm like, who? Because We hear Heavenly, honey, talking to Damon, and she's talking about, you know, I don't know why everybody trying to push me and Contessa to talk, and Damon is just like, you know, don't worry about it. If you guys can naturally come together and work things out, then good. If not, you know, I wouldn't even stress it. And I feel like Heavenly needs to stop giving Contessa her energy because, honey, Contessa is using you, girl, for a storyline, okay? The guys start joking with Eugene at the dinner table because everybody's sitting down to eat, and they mention what did Toya do to him last night. That's what they had said to him at the bowling alley, and he was like nothing, you know, like he was mad. So that's why he knocked down all the pins. They get to talking about Toya's freak number, and Eugene said it's really not all that high. Toya ain't trying to screw like that. She looked like she just wanna, you know, just chill and lay back, deal with the kids, honey. Eugene said his freak number is a lot higher than what Toya give him credit for. I was like, oop. Child, Eugene said he done had sex in a research lab, in a conference room, all these places. Toya said he give me all the boring shit. I said, oop. And I'm his wife. What did I tell y'all about this wife shit? The wife is used as a slave, okay? They didn't marry you, walk down that aisle, they used to you, honey, and they like, shit, I could just keep showing up, being mediocre in the bedroom, okay? But yeah. Toya gets to screaming out, he didn't do any of that stuff with me. She looked really bothered. She looked really bothered, you guys, that Eugene just, you know... Eugene don't be laying it low and spreading it wide, or the other way around. Y'all know how it go, honey. Y'all hear what Simone said up in her confessional, honey, okay? She was like, he used all the rest of them girls. She talking about Eugene, okay? He used all of them for their girlfriend duties, but Toya is the one that became the wife. And once you become the wife, you ain't got to do shit. And I'm looking like Simone. That's why you go keep having problems with Cecil. Cecil was like, that's a damn shame. That's a damn lie. Okay, stop lying to these people. But Cecil and Simone, they've been really funny, you guys, in their confessionals, and I've really enjoyed them. So, honey, the episode ends with Simone telling everybody you are going to leave this trip with better communication skills. Simone also says, which in turn, honey, it will also help your sex life. She said with her and Cecil, honey, their level, you know, they are where they are at. They can't go no higher, honey. I was like, poor Cecil, how you deal with her and all that yelling and screaming, honey? Okay. Y'all think Simone putting it down in the bedroom with Cecil? She probably be sick of Cecil, honey. Mm-hmm. She probably got a pencil Cecil in, honey, for just a few days out the week. Now, honey, I was drinking my water, minding my own damn business, and I stumbled up on Buffie. Y'all remember Buffie that was on this show? Okay, that can't stand. She was Simone's friend, but she can't stand Simone, Jackie, or Heavenly, honey. She was throwing so much shade, honey, to the Married to Medicine ladies. Let's check that out, because she did some type of recap, honey, on her YouTube channel. So let's check that out.
They used to say that little thing about if a doctor can't pass their boards, they get a master's in public health. Now, I don't know if Contessa is board certified enough or not, but I don't care to look it up. But I know that was the joke, and I know that those are the context clues to which the dentist was throwing out. And so, at least
she's saying that Heavenly has said that Contessa, honey, is not board certified, honey. I'm like, all of them damn degrees Contessa got, okay, I think she is board certified now, but I guess Heavenly brought that up, and that's kind of part of the reason why Contessa has so much animosity towards Heavenly. What do you all think about that?
Me to believe that was Contessa that beat her arse, and if she ran, Contessa caught her.
Now they said that Contessa beat Heavenly's ass at the reunion. What y'all think about that? I think I saw that in that video with Quad, Heavenly, and Funky Dineva. Quad alleged that Contessa beat up Heavenly, so I don't know.
You thought I couldn't catch you? I bet you G.I. Jane caught you. I bet you G.I. Jane caught you. 100%. And good for you, Contessa. Contessa, you live up the street. Call me. You still got the same number. I'm over all the thing, honey, because, yeah, that's hilarious to me. And I'm telling you something else, Contessa. Because of the alleged you are not board certified, that's why they treat you like a wife. If you ever notice that the doctors treat you lesser than, that's why. And quite honestly, if I were you, I would go on and sit my arse over on that other couch with Simone and TOYA. Now Simone flip-flopping behind her, she over there with the other doctors because she want to be on that other couch. You be careful with her. Cuidado. Proceed with caution. But TOYA loyal, so if you would get with TOYA and get over there and just, you're a doctor, but be a wife, and they jealous of you because you're gorgeous. You have a physician husband. Y'all are open enough to discuss your life fully, and you need to be able to do that on reality TV. And a lot of them don't do that unless they're forced to do that. And you got gorgeous children who are like school age and growing up, and people get to get vested in that. And let's just keep it a beat. You actually live in Buckhead. You live down the street from me, 30327, honey. And the one talking about you live all the way in damn Alabama somewhere. So the hate is real. But I this season you showed me, Contessa, you can hold your own. I think you done got your real full staff contract, your real money, and so you ain't. I think a lot of people that come on the show, and this is what that ANILA, whatever her name is, girl did, because Toya brought her on the show. They quickly realized if you don't align with that other couch with Jackie and her minions, that you ain't gonna make it. I didn't care about that. What's right is right. I was checking Jackie all season. They didn't show her whenever she do a shade crap to Mariah and all that other stuff. I didn't care because I was a friend. I wasn't like full cast, so it wasn't like it was like whatever. I'm making a guest appearance on y'all little show. Now I ain't gonna lie. If they if all that stuff hadn't gone down and they hadn't gone for my uterus, I probably would have considered coming back. But after the uterus thing, I was like, no, they ain't got no souls at all and never would come back. But I think the people that come on the show now, regardless of who brings you on, they quickly realize the way you're going to survive and get to the next season is if you kiss Heavenly's behind and Jackie's. If you don't kiss Heavenly and Jackie's behind, you're not going to make it. Period. You're not. And so that's why they flop on TOYA. And Simone already on that other side. She's not, child. I knew that all along. Whenever Heavenly would say, a secret source told me, I'd be like, girl, it wasn't about Simone. I know it was Simone. Child, I knew it.
Oh.
So anyway, again, Simone doing her job. She need to get her coin. She need it because that practice probably is, whatever. Jackie booming. I doubt very seriously. Anyway, allegedly. Contessa, get on that other couch. I hope that you're on that other couch come reunion. Because yeah, you don't need to be no Jackie minion. They out to replace Jackie Bourne behind. And and another thing I want to say, and this ain't even about the reunion. Somebody sent me a clip with the Simone and Jackie at Heavenly's beauty supply store talking about infertility.
Oh, when she play that song?
Take a deep breath. And the way in which they discuss this very sensitive, very painful topic, not just for me, for millions of couples around the world, was absolutely distasteful, absolutely dehumanizing, absolutely without any empathy whatsoever. Of course, I witnessed that with them, but I just would think they would learn their lesson from all that and do better, especially when you run an infertility clinic. I don't get it. And you're an OBGYN. So apparently they were there promoting Simone's new skincare line. Child. Now Simone got pretty skin. They all got pretty skin, but that's because they black. I don't think it's any specific regime. Yeah. Good luck with your skincare line. I'm just saying it's about Simone. Simone she gonna have do some stuff. And Heavenly has said this before. Simone she don't want to do no real work. I bet that's why she and Jackie ain't in business together no more. She ain't gonna Jackie Simone ain't gonna do no whole bunch of work. I bet her website look a mess. I ain't look, but I'm just gonna guess.
Oh.
But y'all gonna buy her skincare line. She need it. They've been treating her like a physician's assistant on the show for 9 seasons, and she needs, cause this is my thing. This how you know she ain't really that close to Jackie. If my best friend came out with a skincare line that sold in the Neiman Marcus in Atlanta, don't let them fool you. It ain't Neiman Marcus worldwide. It's Neiman Marcus in Atlanta, which is fine. But quit acting like it's in Neiman's plural. It's in Neiman's in Atlanta. Allegedly. My best friend had a skincare line. Why would I come out with a skincare line? I ain't being messy. Kinda. Why would you come out with a skincare? It's plenty of other stuff an OBGYN could come out with, Simone. Why you came out with a skincare line when your best friend got a skincare line? That's giving hater vibes to me. The one thing about Heavenly, she ain't come out with no skincare line. She's doing hair, selling hair. Nobody else on that show selling hair, right? Heavenly a lot of things, but she didn't do that. She didn't say, I'm putting this skincare line. And then she putting everybody products in her store. That's a smart business move. It inspires loyalty with them bras on the show so she can act the fool. I'm telling y'all, the smartest one on there is Heavenly behind. She act dumb, but she ain't. She's not dumb. She's smart. I still don't like her, but she's smart. I've always consistently said that Heavenly's smart. Don't let the bad grammar and antics fool you. She's very smart and calculating. And people in business have to be calculating. People have made that word calculating a bad thing. But in business, especially black women, you have to be calculating or you ain't going to make it 100%. Anyway, I would never, ever put out a skincare line. My best friend has a skincare line. That's shady.
What y'all think about that? Y'all think that Simone is shady for doing that? I don't really think it's shady. If that's what she want to do, that's what she want to do.
So y'all frenemies. And y'all stick together for the purposes of being co-workers on the show and both working at Northside Hospital. But yeah. Anyway, they was there when I got off on the tangent. They were there. And there was one part where, Simone just ghetto anyway, but there was one part where she was talking about infertility, and then Jackie took the mic and said, well, we go tit for tat for this. And then she said, you can't wait until you're 40 before you start trying to get pregnant. And to me, that I understand she's trying to disseminate information, but it just seems very cold and sterile, which is what she is. She's very robotic. But you got to put some warmth when you're discussing something like infertility into the conversation. And it, like Simone was talking about various STDs that lead to the fact that your fallopian tubes be all closed and can't work, and all. It was almost like blaming people for their infertility. It was very telling. Like they have two camps, which we all know they do. Like they have two camps. There's Simone's brides and there's Heavenly brides, and we run the girls. And it was what you mean, my girls and Simone girls, Jacqueline. Anyway, I didn't care for Jackie and Simone pulling Toya to the side like she the only one that needed to be corrected. I understand why Jackie and Simone do that. They're the elders of the group. No shade, they are the oldest. And it is their job to run the girls on each one of their sides. Y'all don't be liking Quad. I didn't have no smoke with Quad. I didn't have no problems with Quad. Other than that, she said she didn't know who I was when she was filming ads at the beginning of the season. But during the season, I didn't have any problems with Quad. She and I are on great terms. Despite the fact that I grew close to Mariah, I always gave everybody their own, separate time. And, hey, Princess, I see you. I'll bring you in a minute. But I don't like this narrative. I know you still mad with Toya from years ago, and you like me, we can hold a grudge, honey. I ain't judging nobody, because, baby, I'm going to hold a grudge against Simone and Heavenly and Jackie to the day I die, and that's just what it is. I'm a Capricorn, and it's going to happen. But this narrative...
Girl, bye. You being a damn Capricorn ain't got nothing to do with it. Okay, you holding a grudge because you want to, girl.
That Toya set up this robbery with ANILA'S house. Come on. They husbands made the same kind of money. They lived... ANILA moved into Toya's neighborhood. Let's just keep it a bean. And was over budget on her home. And so I don't understand how the first thing we think is that Toya set somebody up when Marlo Hampton's house was robbed.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Mariah Carey's home was robbed. There's been a string of celebrity homes being robbed in Atlanta.
That's what I said.
Celebrity, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's been happening in luxury neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
So I just, and then the other thing I'm gonna say that I ain't hearing nobody else say. ANILA ain't black. Okay? She's not black. And so for somebody that is to be saying that somebody that's potentially staged or set up a robbery of their home is very much giving Karen vibes to me.
Mm-hmm.
Is it not?
Yeah. A little, yeah. That's what I thought too.
I feel like it's Karen vibes.
Yeah.
And then, like when you get shown to your room, you go downstairs and you're like, oh my God, there's a window, Karen. I'm so scared. Where's the camera? Girl, you better not brought none of them raggedy cheap cameras from your house that kept going off because you got...
Oh, not raggedy and cheap, honey. Okay. Buffie is crazy.
From Walmart to that place. Ain't nobody trying to steal your costume jewelry. Stop.
Costume jewelry, Buffie, have a heart. That lady was robbed. I feel bad though, you guys. I really do for ANILA.
With the mess. Like that's it's.
I just think her and Quad, they kind of going, a little bit too far with all of this.
You walking a real fine line, and I think because you hang around it's giving. I have black friends, so I can say this. No, you can't. Be careful. Cuidado. Caution with that. Yeah, I don't know. She needs something because, quite honestly, there is no there with her. Her husband has great personality. It's good for TV.
Mm-hmm.
Her mama need to be on medicine.
No, the hell she don't. Her mother was giving me PTSD, honey, from dealing with my mammy. Okay, like, run away from me with this. I did not like that girl's mother. She's too much. She's abusive to ANILA. She didn't want to really help with the kids. She didn't want to clean up or cook. Bitch, what did you here for? Okay, just to be annoying. That's how some family members is, guys.
A daddy, a doctor, or not. Her mama's great, but Neela ain't giving nothing but messy. I got battery in my back, and I just do whatever the people whose rings I kiss tell me to do. And you a wife. You're not a doctor. And so you may be on the doctor's couch. They don't respect you. Know that. Let me just clear that up for you if you don't understand. Just because you're sitting on their couch, you in the lobby. You ain't in the back with them. Okay? They don't respect you. And so you might have should have stayed over there with Toya and them. Now I see they moving Contessa over to the other couch because of her alleged not being board certified. But
all right, y'all, we hear Buffy talking to some people, honey, on her show. She said all the ladies of Married to Medicine loved her, honey, until they came to her house. Now, they was at her house when Jocelyn was on the show. Y'all remember when Jocelyn and Toya got into it?
It was later. I'm wrong for crying about babies. Like, it just, it wasn't about that. They had to get rid of me. I'm not poor. I'm self-made. I, have a good marriage. Everybody liked me until they came to my house. I'm just going to be honest with you. That's when everything went, what is it? No. That's when everything went left south. As soon as they came to my house, then all of a sudden everybody was like, oh, hell no. Hell no.
Exactly. And Quad the Fraud. I like Quad. Quad give looks. And I think what they're doing with Anila and Toya is the same thing they did with Quad and Mariah's relationship. They're doing that same thing. Everybody on the outside having something to say, and just kind of don't want them to be friends. And here goes the new girl who seems to be more interesting. So this is who we're going to favor towards, and we're going to stir up any type of gossip or mess between the two of them. And although it may look like Toya doesn't respect Eugene, I've seen Eugene several times put Toya in her place, and she respects him as the man in her household, and Toya is very much so in love with Dr. Eugene. So, I mean, that was all in poor taste for them to even go after her marriage. And AUDRA is not innocent. AUDRA, and I'm pretty sure she violated some rules when she decided for a storyline to air out all this girl's dirty laundry in terms of her home. It was very distasteful.
Let me say something about that. So I feel like what AUDRA did was shady and distasteful, but I don't feel like it landed the way. Like, I think from somebody with a financial background like me, I felt like I was proud of Toya and Eugene. If you were upside down in that mortgage and you were able to sell the home and clear all those liens, then you made a sound financial decision for your family. Like, I think people want everybody to have this narrative of everybody's super rich and a billionaire and is living like Jay-Z and Beyonce, and people are not. And so if you want to have aspirational television, then you need to show people go through financial strife. And so, yeah, and the one thing about...
And that she is right about that. And I am happy that Toya and Eugene, put their stuff out there. But I'm not buying, why they move every year. Like, y'all need to just settle in somewhere and be done. All this moving the damn kids around and shit. It's too much. But I am happy it's on TV because it is refreshing to see people, make mistakes, with their finances. But damn, don't continue to make them. Okay, is what I would say.
Toya and Eugene, in the past, they have been very open and honest about their financial woes, which is something that is very much needed in television. And, she just is probably sick of people coming for her finances and why she wasn't, she didn't want to be forthcoming with, what they did with the money. But the fact remains they did sell their house for $1 million in profit. The profits went to pay off things, allegedly, but they still got $1 million profit on their home. And that is to be commended. That was a sound investment.
It is, and it was very sound, and it was very smart.
My thing is this, though, like, why you keep moving into shit you can't afford? Like, it don't make no sense. And that house was stunning. Like, Toya, why would you move up out of there? Okay, like, I don't know, you guys. I really do hope Toya, learns to play the game the right way in terms of her finances. Because, girl, a lot of people would love to be in your shoes, okay? Like, people would love to make the amount of money you make and build the type of homes, that you live in.
They're trying to, carry on like they were not upside down in their deal, which is why I didn't understand why it was so much of a need to put that on the forefront and, have someone to come out and say, well, you had this lien and you had that lien. So what did you really profit? She profited, and what she chose to do with the proceeds of the profit was pay off her debt. A profit is a profit, regardless of what you do with the profit. That doesn't matter. She still profited, as you stated, and I thought that was really nasty. I'm like, what? Why?
And I worry about, I said on one of my YouTubes recently that, and I gave Audra some advice that she didn't ask for from Auntie Buffie, because she's younger. I think she's like 35. Be careful. Those producers were always in my ear telling me, oh, you're a crumb before you ball lady and financial wizard and wealthy. You should come hard and talk about Toya Eugene's finances. And every time I said no when I was in confessional. I'm not talking about their finances. They're not my client. They've not given me permission to discuss this. And I actually have respect for them for being as vulnerable and honest as they have been. And they didn't like that. And these producers are in Audra's ear. And they probably were like, oh, you're a real estate attorney. Why don't you run down, blah, 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 blah. And, like, you have to remember, Audra, that if they don't bring you back, or if they do bring you back, you are a Black professional in Atlanta, Georgia. Absolutely. And who want to hire you when you running your mouth about people liens and stuff from a closing? Like, yeah. You got to be careful. Like, yes, it's reality TV, and listen, they don't pay no money, not no real money, for friends of the show, and they don't really pay no real money when you are a new wife on the show either, Anila. Mm-hmm. For y'all to be doing this stuff that could be detrimental to, well, I don't know where Anila's career is, but Audra's
she's a blogger.
Mm-hmm. At that.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be careful. You can't play around with that mess on this show and these producers who gonna pack up when the show ends and move on. You gotta come back and be in these Atlanta streets trying to make money. And so, I just caution her to be careful, because a lot of the women on the show, the wives, don't have other jobs, right? So their job is this show. So yeah, they can do all this and that. And somehow it's been clean for their husbands and not reflected on them, but poorly as they're professionals. But I really want her to be careful with that.
All right, you guys, that's all I got to say about that, honey. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this here video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.